We are live. Let's go call. Well, actually, look at that. I don't even know my days. Saturday Power Hour. Let's get at it, folks. It is Saturday, the 14th. Happy Valentine's for you folks out there. I was actually supposed to travel today, and so I had some pre-recorded, but you know what? I decided to travel tomorrow instead. So I was like, you know what? Let's just go live. Let's get at it. And so let's get right to it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my property leads. So just bear with me for a second. I want to see who's on here. You got Jared. How you doing, buddy? Let's go. Drop it on the chat. Where you guys at? Who you are? How long you been in business? Where you from? Um, and let me turn this sucker on. Oh, why do I have 26 still in there? All right, folks. I'm just looking at some of the folks that I can call right now. Oh, things are all right. So, oh, you know what? There is one guy I do want to call. This is supposed to be an ovation deal. So let's see if we can get right to him. Vagabond, get out of here. Ooh, see the Oh, that must have been loud for you guys. Sorry. Hey, Craig, good afternoon. Caesar here. Long time no talk. Actually, it's still good morning where you at. When you get a chance, give me a call back. Just want to see if what we're doing with your property um, and on Georgia Bryan. So give me a call when you get this. You got my number. I'll shoot you a quick text. Thanks. Well, that was my first dial. Got the words out of my system. Sounded like an idiot there. It's okay. First call. Oh, property leads. Need to turn that on. Oh, guys, by the way, for you folks that are watching, if you like watching my call review Mondays, make sure to tune in tomorrow to not tomorrow, Monday. It's going to be a good one. Make sure you're on there. That's all I got to say. See how much balance do I have with my property leads? Ooh, did we get one already? Oh, did we get a lead right off the bat? Yes, we did. Who did this go to? Who did this go to? Jason, or did it go to me? All right, it went to me first, so let's get right to it. Oh, and he answered. Let's go. Before I do that, I'll make sure I can. Yo, Jason, just want to let you know I just turned on the property leads, so it's gonna get round robin between the two of us. So I got the first one, you'll get the next one. Just be on top of it. And also, if you notice, as soon as it comes in, it automatically sends him a text message. I think you saw that yesterday or the other day. You got two? How did you get two? Only got one. What the heck? What's going on there? What? All right, all right, let's go. All right, later, man. All right, let's go, guys. First one. Let's make it happen. Hey, is Wesley? Wesley, good morning. Caesar here. Looks like you just filled out a form and looking to sell your property out in Kirby. All right. How much you looking to get for this? Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so how much are you looking to get for this? Hmm. Really? Are you currently living here, or is this what you're doing for this? Is this a rental property for? Oh, I was yeah, I was just gonna say, what got you looking to sell? I mean, what kind of business are you in? Mm-hmm. 100,000, huh? Oh, my man. This, this. Absolutely. Well, one thing I'll tell you. By the way, do you go by Wesley or do you go by Wes? All right, as long as they don't call you late for dinner, right? All right. So, yeah. So what I was trying to mention earlier is that at the end of the day, man, I'm a little bit different than a lot of more folks. A lot of folks will just try to get you like a low ball offer. For me, I really just want to be able to help solve whatever you're trying to solve. Right. In this case, looks like you're looking to get $100,000 for your business. If I can make that happen for you, I'll let you know. If I can't, I will also let you know right off the bat because the last thing I want to do is waste your time and give you false hope. You know what I mean? So it sounds like you said you were a builder before, you were in the development business. Uh, okay. Got it. Okay. Well, I mean, it sounds like you know what you're doing and you know the area well enough. So on this, um, let me ask you this. So you said there's nothing that needs to be done, right? Um, and you guys just finished remodeling. You said you finished remodeling. What did you remodel? Was it the house? Was it the Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Wesley, did I lose you? Yeah, looks like it. Okay. And then the house that you guys have, is that just want to make sure I have correct information. 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 2,500 square feet. And you guys have about 280,000 square feet lot. Does that sound about right? Got it. Okay. And do you currently have any mortgage on this, or do you own this outright? 220. Okay. You have a pretty good interest rate on that, or did you get it bad time? Yeah, 7.5, huh? Hmm. Okay. Now let me ask you this. Are you I know you said you still live there. I mean, if we were to do something here, is this like what's the ideal timeline? What's the ideal solution for you? Oh, that would be your ideal. Okay. Um,
You at least every month, or whoever. I'm saying you, but I'm just saying whoever. You know, I pay at least every month, and within 5 years, I don't care if it was 3 years. I'll repurchase the property.
got it, got it. Okay, so you don't really want to move. You just need that $100,000.
Correct. I need that. I need that additional money to put into the business, and then of course be able to. The additional is whatever we got to do in the meantime to survive.
Okay. Have you gotten this thing appraised by any chance?
I'm sorry.
Have you gotten this house appraised? This property appraised?
No, I've got two CMAs on it. On the house now, not on the whole property, just on the house. The Airbnb, the Airbud, they're having a problem coming up with a price for it, but you can look it up, and I looked it up, and so we know the Airbud is about $80,000, $90,000. Some of them are
Okay.
getting 150,000 for the little thing, but I'm
Okay.
just,
So let's say
So the
90.
house is 430. What was the house, Linda? Just had it a minute ago. 447. The house by itself, 447 with the house, and then you add that Airbud is the difference. So we're saying 5 to 520 is the value. You got to add. Not everybody's got to add to the house because it's part of the property.
Mm-hmm. How much, if you don't mind me asking, how much are you paying per month on your mortgage total?
Now I'm only paying about 2,200. Well, $2,000 on my home loans, but then we also have insurance and taxes on there. So it's going to come about $2,300 a month, somewhere in there.
So 2,300
But I
bucks a
know we'd
month.
have to pay, and I don't care about paying 3,500, on a return, or even $4,000, for that option.
Hmm. So you're saying you're okay paying more than what you're paying now, as long as you get that $100,000 to start your
No, as
business?
long as, yeah, if I could buy it back, with that kind of paying to lease it back with the option to buy it in 3 years or 5 years. I'd love the 5 years, but we can do it 3 years, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and put it all in writing right up front. I got no, I know you need to make money, and I don't mind because I need the money at the moment. Like dealing with the pawn shop.
Yeah,
That's not
yeah.
an insult. I don't mean it's not an insult. I don't mean it that way at all.
No, no, not at all. I mean, it's funny you said that because it's almost the same thing. Because I, like I said earlier, if you remember in our beginning of our conversation, I really just want to help people out. And if I, I've been doing this for quite some time, and usually when people sell their homes, it's the biggest asset they own. They're either trying to run away from pain or running towards pleasure, right? Either they're trying to solve a
Yeah, yeah,
problem or they're trying to
yeah,
achieve a goal. And so the type of deals that I absolutely love are the ones when I'm able to help someone out. You know what I mean? And I don't look for home runs. I'm more of a base hitter, right? If I can get on first base, I'm happy. I just can't stay at the home plate or even be negative. You know what I mean? Um,
yes,
so
yeah.
I
They're 30-year dealers. I'm not looking for no
yeah.
long term. What we had was 10 years. I had a 10-year deal with these other people in Montana, and I still bought it in 5 years. So I've
Mm-hmm.
never had, even our regular home loan. I had one, and I still paid it off in 10 years. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the one loan I got now is 1 year old. My other loan is about to be paid off here in a couple of years, but I think I've had it for 4 years now, or 5 years on that loan.
Okay.
But I
So
started this new business, and I need to get it off the ground to keep myself alive. So this is a business deal. So I won't be insulted unless, like you say, if somebody comes in with a low ball, I always say no, I'm not interested. But I'm willing to work with somebody, and I want you to make money, but I would also like to be able to. I have to do what I need to do. Does that make sense?
absolutely, and you absolutely right now you absolutely need $100,000. Is there anything else
A
you need
hundred.
besides that?
Well, the 102 is my very minimum. Once we have that, we could survive. The reason I'm asking for the additional money, what that gives me is about, I think it gives me about 60,000 or something, don't it? If I get 4 1/4.
Well,
Um,
I was gonna get you another 100 because you say you owe 220, right? So 220 plus
right.
100 is 320.
I owe 220.
So here's what I'm thinking right now, and I still
Yeah.
gotta look. I gotta look at the numbers, okay? But here's
Correct.
my
Correct.
thoughts based on what you want to accomplish. Is if the numbers make sense, what if I buy this property at 320, for example? Get you your 100,000, so you can get your what did you call it? Was it the mold? What was it?
It's molds for an injection molding process.
Molds.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
injection molds. Yeah. So you get that 100,000, 320, and then instead of you guys moving out, I just sell it right back to you guys like on a seller finance, meaning I hold the note on it. I hold the note on it. So you pretty much own the property right back again. So you got your
Uh huh.
$100,000. Now I hold the note. So instead of you having a note with your current bank, you now have the note with me, right? And then we do a 3 year or 5 year balloon on it. 3 5 years, you
Yeah.
pay
Five
back,
year. A
or
5 year.
10 years, or you know what I mean, like whatever it is. So
Yes.
that way you get your 102,000. And the reason why I want to keep that number as low as possible while achieving your goal is because if I can get this if I can get this appraised in the amount that you're saying, then I've got a lot of leverage to be able to do something else with it.
Correct. Correct.
um and so I just need to make sure that if I buy this off of you, that $320,000 price point would have I would have at least a 20% equity on the property. So in that way, I can pull my money out. I can do whatever I need to do, and then while you guys still, living there, so you don't have to move, and you get $100,000 in your pocket to get your molds so that you can start your business.
Yep. And that's and yeah, that would do it. That would I'd have to arrive here. And I'm trying to think outside here. Um, that would do exactly what we need to do. What I'm looking at is the reason I was asking for 4.25 or even 400 would do it. We have to be able to survive until we get that on the ground is what we're looking at. We got 45, 90 days. We put pretty much everything we've got into this so far, and so I'm kind of
Okay.
our funds are extremely tight. Does that make sense? And I don't want to make a deal with you, and all of a sudden 6 months I say, "Oops, I can't make that."
No, I completely understand what you're saying. I'm glad that you're bringing this up. So when you say that you need money to survive, you're talking about like just to be able to take care of your monthly nut. Is that what it is?
Yeah, yeah, we got to get by for a couple months till we get this on the ground. Actually, it's 102 for the mold itself, and then it takes 45 days just to get the mold, and then we got to. I mean, I'm explaining a lot of stuff that may not make sense, but what
No,
I'm
no,
looking
it's
at is
perfect.
I got to survive until I get that actually in production. Oh,
How many months is that gonna take?
I'm looking at maybe 6 months or something.
Okay, so we're looking at six
Funny,
months.
yeah, something not very far, and that's why I'm thinking another, that 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 $60,000 or $80,000 between there and the 400 we would be no problems. I'm not concerned.
Okay, and what is your monthly nut?
I'm sorry.
Oh, what is
Some
well,
reason we got background, and I'm just having a hard time.
oh, I apologize. What is your monthly nut? How much is your monthly nut?
What? Oh, how much am I? How much is it costing us a month right now?
Yeah, what is your monthly nut? Because like you said, you need to be able to survive for 6 months. So what is your
Yes,
monthly nut?
yes, okay. It I guess the average would be almost $10,000. Not quite, but really close.
Okay, so $10,000.
Yeah.
So that's why you need another. So
That's why I'm looking for 4.25. But four, I would be fine with four. I just don't want to cut myself too close and get right to the end and all of a sudden say, "Uh-oh, I'm a month short or something." I mean, that's really what we have a little more room to go, but I don't like to be that close. When I'm making a deal, let's make a deal that works. I don't want to make a deal that almost works for me.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Because I don't want to sell it back to you, and then now you can't make any payments, right? I don't want to put you in that
Yeah,
situation. So I get it, and I really appreciate you opening up to me because then I can understand now how I can help. Um, okay, so then now the only thing that I'm gonna have to do here is I'm gonna have to run some numbers on here, and what I mean by that is I'm probably gonna have to send a few guys out there, send so get it appraised, or at least get a realtor to go out there and say, okay, well, how much can we really get this thing appraised for?
yeah, yeah. No
Um,
problem. We have no problem with it. Whatever we need to do. If we can work together, whatever we need to do, I got no issues. I
okay,
don't have any secrets. As I'm telling you now, I don't have any secrets, is what I'm telling you. I'm too open sometimes, but if we're doing business, I believe that's how it has to be.
okay. So then why don't we do this then? So you owe 220. You need
Uh-huh.
$102,000 for the business, and you
Yep,
need
and
about
just for the mold.
yep for the mold, and then you need about $60,000 for to survive.
Yes, yep. Basically, that's how it would work out, yes. Yep.
Okay, so 382. So why don't I do this? And why don't I do this? So why don't we go for now? Why don't we do a purchase price of 382,000? I mean, first of all, would that work for you? Does that sound like that will achieve the goals that you're trying to achieve?
Yes, that would do exactly what we need to do. And that's what it would do too. I'm not asking for money that I'm gonna waste. This is actually what I need to do.
Okay.
So okay.
So so why don't I do this? What I can do is get an agreement with you at $382,000. Okay. And
Uh-huh.
then I can put contingencies on there, right? So it's contingent on us getting this thing appraised. and then also looking at uh, either leasing it back to you or selling it back to the seller on a seller finance.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, with a put a set price on there for it, so we know where we're at.
Lease to own or sell it back to
We really do
seller.
want to keep the property, and so I don't have an issue. You know, I mean, like I said, I don't care if you make some money on it, but I understand
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, well, that's the reason why we want to get it appraised, right? Because then once we get it
Yes,
appraised, then we know what the value is, and then we can, then at that point, if the value is where you want, where you say it is, then we can just say
yeah,
we can do an amendment on that agreement and say, okay, now we have all the numbers. Here's the actual contract that we're going to do. We're buying this at this price point, and then we're selling it back on a note at this price point with all the terms that we have. The reason why, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
nope, that makes sense. I know what you're talking about. That makes sense to me. Like I said,
You're
I've done.
following that?
Yeah, I've done. I don't know, 100 and some. What have I done? About 130 houses or something in the last 8 to 10 years, maybe.
Hmm.
And we didn't always sell them all cash out. You know, we did a lot of different deals with people and
Yeah.
stuff. So, and,
Yeah.
and I did a buyback program in Montana one time on a property, and
Oh,
that worked
perfect.
out
Okay.
really well.
So
Yeah.
you fully understand, right? And then obviously, if the
Yes.
appraisal comes back to us and it's lower than what we're talking about, if there's no room, then then we're gonna have to come back, right? So that's
Right.
why. So the
Yes.
contingency
Yeah.
there is there to protect you as the seller right now, and to protect me as the buyer. And then once we have all the numbers set, then that's when we can get to the nitty gritty on the actual
Yes.
terms and so forth and so forth. So the only
Yes.
thing that I would like, Mr. Wesley, is I would like to get an agreement signed between you and I. So in that way, I don't do all the work because I will send folks out there and it will cost me time, money, and resource. And I don't want to do
Correct. I
any of
understand.
that unless we have an agreement set in place, right? Because if I do all of that and the next thing you know, you come back to me and you go, sorry, dude, I sold it to someone else. I don't want to do that.
Yep.
So if we can
Right.
get
I understand.
now, when do you need the money by?
Yesterday. No.
Yeah.
It's always yesterday. Really it's as soon as possible because we can't move ahead until we get it. So it doesn't, as soon as possible. That's why I'm doing this now. I said, man, I got to get this done.
As soon
Can't
as
wait no
possible.
more.
Okay. So if we can
Yeah.
close on this, let's say first, maybe, or even like the middle of March, is that something that would work for you, or do you need it sooner?
The sooner the better. We'd love to do something. And I was looking at some refinancing and stuff, but the numbers just ain't working for me on their
Hmm.
end. And that's why I said, man, plus they keep telling me 30, 45 days, and I've been doing this for a month with the banks already. And I said, okay, I ain't got another 45 days in me.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. And the reason why I'm just asking is because I just want to give myself enough runway because when I start making phone calls to get people out there,
yes,
I don't own their calendar, right? And so I always just like ask for like 2 weekends. Obviously, this weekend is already shot. So
yes,
what if we say we close on this on March 12th, which is the second Thursday of the month, March
yep,
12th or sooner.
yes. There you go. I like the or sooner. And I've done that before on other things. Yep.
Okay, so that would work for you then. So
Yeah, that's
March
basically a
12th.
30-day. Yes,
Okay, so March 12th or sooner. We're gonna look at 382 purchase price for now. And for now, I'm just gonna do straight up cash price, and that way you get that 100,000.
yes,
Um, and then on the contingency, I'm just gonna put contingent on the appraisal value, um, and also selling this back to the seller right away, either
yes,
lease to own or on an owner finance.
yes.
Does that sound? Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything? And is there anything that you want to talk about that we haven't discussed yet?
No, I think we're good there. Just if we with the I do have this question, and you don't have to tell me exactly, but the 380 will work fine. 382, that's good on my end. But the buyback, what are you looking at? 20%, or just an idea of what do you need to do on the other end? If we are at 382, if I'm selling it at 382, you understand my question? Yeah, I'm sure you do.
No, no, I do. It's just right now I don't know because I don't know how much it's appraised, and I don't really listen to Zillow because Zillow is just doing algorithms.
Yeah, Zillow's going to tell you 250 or something because they're taking these. I've looked at that and I said that's ridiculous. They're
That
looking at
that
totally different markets, totally different markets.
that's what I'm saying, and so that's why I need to
Yeah.
get an appraiser in there to appraise it, and then once we have that appraisal value, then that's why I said then at that point we can discuss. Okay, well, how much do we sell this back to you? What's fair? What are the good terms? And then we still have to hash that out. I just want to be able to get an agreement right now saying, hey, look, here's what we're looking at. We're looking at 382. And then now it's going to be contingent on us agreeing on this on the sellback price, right?
Okay. Yes, that's that. So as long as it says that, we're good.
Yeah, so in that way you're protected, I'm protected, right? Because if it comes back and the appraisal is upside down, then I'm gonna be like, sorry, dude, I'm gonna have to back out of this, right? Or if
Yeah,
I
yeah,
come
yeah,
back
yeah,
and the appraisal value is good, and now we're talking about the price, the terms, and you don't like it, well, it's up to you to decide what's more important to you, the terms or the 100,000. You know what I mean? And then if you decide
yeah.
that you want to walk away, then you can back out of the deal as well. So in that way, you're protected and I'm protected.
Yes. The reason I was asking that because I'm positive it'll come back at 500 or 520 somewhere, easy enough. And
Hmm.
so I'd just soon not pay the 520 if I'm selling for 380. I'd like to pay 380 to. I'm in 480 to 500. Stay a little below the 500. Does that make sense? You make 20% or something. I got no issues.
Yeah, yeah, we'll definitely hash that out. Like I said, man, I'm not trying to hit a home run here. I want to make sure that I can help you folks out,
Yeah.
but I also got to protect myself as like, okay, well, what can
Yes.
I earn
Nope.
here,
I
right?
agree.
Because the
Yep. I
thing is,
agree.
I'm shelling out 382 now, so I just want to make sure I just have enough return for that, because that's
Yes.
382,000 babies I'm sending out to the world. I want those babies to come back to me with with a good enough a return. You know what I mean?
No, no, I
Um,
know exactly what you mean. I just, as long as we got a contingent on there as far as before we sign the deal, I'd like a price and what we're going to buy it back for,
yeah.
and again, like I said, I'm not opposed to you making money. I have no issues with that.
Yep,
And I
yep,
just told you where I'm at actually, make 100,000 or whatever, as long as we stay under that five, I would be happy because you're getting, that way you're getting paid back. I think, and if we can do a 5-year deal, I'll pay it off before that. But it just
yep,
gives me a little bit of time to take care of it. Um, I think we'd be
exactly.
good.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I think we'd be
let's
good.
figure that out, and so I'm gonna draft this agreement. Because of the contingency, it may take me a little bit of time. I do have to make a few other calls, so I'll definitely get
Yeah.
this done in maybe in the next couple of hours.
Okay.
What is your hold on, let me make sure. I don't know if I have it here. Um, what is your email address? Hold on for 1 second. Oh, I got it here. WGA WJP Rouse, Rouse. So it's your last name. Uh, yeah, yeah, at yahoo.com. And then on title let me just make sure. Is your wife on title as well, or is it just you? Yep, it looks like it's you and Melinda. Okay. Okay. And then so then now when I send this, I do need to send it to her as well because she is on title. So title company's gonna look at that and be like, well, I need both signatures. What is her email address and what is her phone number? Yeah, I know. I do the same thing, man. I don't even know my mom's phone number. It's crazy. Sure. 2463. Okay. All right. Oh yes. So that's actually great. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna email it to the both of you. And then I can also you both have a smartphones, I'm assuming. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go ahead and email you folks I'm gonna text you the link to the agreement so you guys can open it and review it. And then we can go, I can actually get on the call with you again and go over it from top to bottom so you can understand how I've spelled out the contingencies.
Uh-huh.
And then if everything is to go, then let's move forward, and then we can go from there. What's a good time for me to call you back, like in the next couple of
Uh,
hours?
so I'm available. I am gonna run off for about an hour and a half or 2 hours, but after that, I'm available.
Okay, so either I call you back in the next hour or I call you back what time?
It's 12 o'clock now, so yeah, 3:30 or 4, somewhere, and even after that, I don't matter. I just mean I'll be back by then.
Okay. So, all right, let me work on this. I just need to make a couple of quick phone calls. So either I call you back in an hour or I'll call you back after 4 p.m. your time.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right, Leslie, you have a good one.
Hey, what will I be looking for on your email? What's it coming under?
It's going to come in under Caesar at xvrbuyhouses.com. So I will go ahead and email it to you, and then I'll text it to both of you as well.
Oh, okay.
I'll
All
text
righty.
you my email address right now so you got it.
Okay, that would be nice. Yeah, that would be nice. All
All
right.
right. Well, thank you, sir.
Uh,
Appreciate you, and we'll talk in an hour.
all right. Thank you, sir. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Let's go, guys. Sorry I didn't share my screen in the beginning, so you guys couldn't hear that. Um, so hopefully that made sense. Drop some questions if you have any questions on here. Any key takeaway, Tom? Would a sub two and lease back be a thing that would work? I I don't know because the sub two is 7.5%. It can work. So the thing that I'm doing there is I'm just gonna do it as a cash deal for now, and then we can always amend the agreement and change that into a sub two deal, um, or yeah, like a sub two deal, and we just give them $100,000, and then sell it back to them. So it's gonna get creative, but right now I just really want to get that agreement set in place, and then from there I can go to the one person that I'm thinking of as I don't know if Claude's listening. Claude, I'm probably sending this over to you because if he's right, you've got a pretty good amount of equity on here. Um, and then we'll figure it out once we have title open and once we have everything in agreement. Uh, sweet. So, let me just text this guy, guys. Okay, I need to send PSA. What did he say? 382. Contingent. Figure on appraisal value. Appraisal value. Figure on appraisal value. What else? Ability to sell back to the seller on either lease to own or on owner finance, purchase price, best seller will be negotiable once appraisal value is received. On the receipt of appraisal value, and if either party do not agree, and this contract is null and void. Boom. Let's freaking go. Let's put this on my handy dandy attorney, just chat GPT, and see what Mr. Chat GPT says. Okay. I am buying a house from a seller and reselling it back to him, and I need this as contingency to protect both myself and the seller. Make this more legally bound binding. Oh, Dan, you're a lawyer. Where are you? I need your help, bro. Okay. All right, just hold on. On receipt of the appraisal, the parties agree to negotiate in good faith to resell purchase price and show based on the appraised value. Mhm. All right. All right, guys, hold on. I got to do a couple of things because my buddy Jason is stepping out, so I'm going to take him out of the. How many people have we gotten so far? Guys, I'm sorry. I'm this thing. I know you guys want to hear me talk and call sellers, but I gotta take care of this. This can be pretty juicy if I do this right. So just bear with me, folks. What do I need? All right, let me make a call. Let me make a call so this thing is not too boring for you folks. South Carolina. I don't want South Carolina. All right, let's call.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, yes, hello, may I speak with Donna? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hello?
Donna, can you hear me?
Yes, I can now.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Caesar, and looks like you just filled out a form on my site maybe a little bit ago about your property on Pender Row Circle.
Yes,
Yeah, looks like you're looking to sell this property. Is that right?
yes.
Wonderful. All right, called. How much you looking to get for this?
It's priced at 180,000.
Okay. And how much are you looking to get for it?
180,000.
Okay. I mean, if it's appraised at 180 and you want to sell it for 180, just curious. Any reason why you're talking to an investor versus maybe a realtor where you can put it on the market for max value?
Hold on a minute, honey. Caesar, you
Yes,
sound
ma'am.
like you're in a tunnel.
Oh,
I
I
hear a lot
do?
of background noise.
Yeah. Let me do this. I'm actually calling you out of my
Uh-huh.
my business line. Let me call you from my cell phone. That will fix
Okay,
it. All right. It's going to be a
okay. That's
415
good.
number as well. Okay.
Uh-huh. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, folks. Sorry, this one's going to be a doozy. You guys won't be able to hear me. Uh, was I muted the whole time or no? Oh, oh my gosh, I can't even see the numbers correctly. Yes, Donna, it's Caesar. Can you hear me better now? All right, sorry about that, ma'am. Sometimes my Wi-Fi is just horrible. All right, so yeah, so you mentioned it's appraised for 180. You're looking to get 180. I was just wondering, any reason why, you're talking to an investor like myself versus maybe talking to a realtor to put it up on the market for maximum value. Okay. Have you had bad experience with realtors? Oh no, what happened? Got it. Okay. Yeah, there are some, I would say a lot of realtors are not the greatest. There are some that's really good, but most of them are good at one thing. Well, actually two things nowadays. One is sticking a sign in your yard, and I guess now dancing on TikTok videos instead of selling homes. So it's crazy. All right, well, tell me a little bit what you got going on here while I look this up. You owe 90,000 on this property, is that right? Okay, and you want to buy your friend's property at how much? At 150. Oh, he's your friend selling their property at one for 150? Hmm. So then, but you said you owe 90, so that means you're gonna need 240,000 for this. Oh, are you buying it? Are you buying the other one cash, or are you just putting a down payment on those? Oh, got it. Okay, I misunderstood you there for a second. Okay, how much down payment you need for that one? Yeah, of course. So how much do you absolutely need for the other property then? Yeah, no, I guess the reason why I'm asking, ma'am, is because I love helping people out. The type of deals that I absolutely love are the ones when I'm able to help achieve their goals. And the thing is, if this thing got appraised for 180, as an investor, there's absolutely no reason why I would buy it at 180 because then there's no meat on the bone for me, right? So that's the reason why I'm asking how much do you absolutely need? Because if I can help you get that new place, you're happy with the solution, and I have a little bit of meat on the bone. I'm not trying to hit a home run. I'm more of a base hitter. If I can just get to first base and I can put a smile on your face, those are the type of deals that I love to do. Um, I just can't strike out and now have to go back to the dugout with negative, right? Because then I'd be out of business. Right. So what are you absolutely trying to accomplish and how much do you absolutely need? So in that way I can see if I can make that happen for you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out right now. Well, let me ask you this. So you want to put as much as you can for that new home. You want to take your grandson. How old's your grandson, by the way? 9 years old. Take him to Disney World. Out in is that out in Orlando, right? Florida. Florida, yep. And actually, I heard that it's not in Orlando. It's right outside of Orlando. Kissimmee. That's right. It's in Kissimmee, Florida. Yep. Okay. So talk to me about the property. What's the situation there? Is that vacant? Is it occupied? What do you got going on there? Uh-huh. How long have you lived there? What's the situation like? What's the condition? What's okay. And what type of, have you done any type of remodeling, or I guess better yet, the question, oh, actually, go ahead. Needs flooring, okay. Okay. I mean, if I were to walk in there today, like what decade is it stuck in? Does it look like early 2000s, 1990s? What do we got? Okay. Now, let me ask you this, and then it sounds like you know the market very well. I mean, if I buy this and I fix it up a little bit, make it look more 2025, 2026, how much do you think I can resell it for? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we're looking at 200 is what we're looking at. And then how much do you think I need to sink in there so that I can sell it for 200? Just cosmetic stuff. Okay. How's the how I'm sorry, go ahead. What was that? What did he do? Uh, well, there's a reason why. Okay. Okay. So for, and this is a 1,092 square foot house, right? Got it. Okay. So the way I'm looking at it is, I mean, there's one right down the street from you on Church Street, sold for 175. Um, that is 121. Yours is a 22. Okay, so we're probably looking at, yeah, so about 190 is, and this one just sold in November of 2025. So 190 is what I probably can resell it for. Maybe if I get lucky, 200 on the top end. Um, with the way you describe the property, how are the big six ticket items like the roof, HVAC, water heater, plumbing, and all that stuff? Uh-huh. Okay. Never been replaced, but okay. Foundation, everything is good on that end. Okay. Uh, and you said you owe $90,000 for this? Okay. Just curious, how much do you think I can rent this place out for? Uh-huh. Really? Okay. So we're looking at 1,500 is what we can rent it out for. Okay. Now this is a is there any HOA? Because I heard you said this is town owned, right? Okay. And then just curious, as far as your mortgage for 90,000, what's the interest rate that you got on that, and what's your PITI right now? 6.9. Okay. Uh-huh. 611 is your mortgage. How much is your taxes and insurance? A year? All right. So 392 a year for taxes. Uh-huh. Okay, so we're looking at $32 a month for taxes, and then let's just say $100 for insurance. So you're looking at about $743 per month is what you're paying total mortgage, taxes, and insurance. And you're at 6.9%, and you're saying I can buy this off you and rent this out at about $1,500 a month. Is that right? Okay. When you say you've been offered, like was there like a family that wanted to rent it out, or? Uh-huh. Oh, just a friend of yours just say she's wanted to rent it out at that price. Okay. So let me make sure I understand you correctly, and if you don't mind, just like I always like to do a quick recap because I'm human. I'm human. So, my mom dropped me in my head many times when I was a kid, so sometimes I do miss things, and I just want to make sure I heard you correctly. Um, right now, your main goal really is to be able to get that new house, which they're selling to you at 150, but you said that you're not gonna pay for that outright. You're gonna put a down payment on there, which is about 7,000. And then you also said that you wanted to have some cash for the new house to fix. Is that right? How much do you think you're gonna need for the new house to fix? How much are those? How much did it cost when you did it? Yeah. So you're probably looking at what, five? Okay. And then you said you want to take your grandson to Disney World. It's gonna take what, 1,000, a couple of thousand? 10,000 to go to Disney World? Oh my gosh. I've never been, so I have no idea. Why 10,000? I'm genuinely asking because I'm surprised. Really? Why is so high? Mm-hmm. What? Really? Holy moly. Oh, well, I'm glad my little one is grown up now. That is absolutely insane. Oh my gosh. That is absolutely terrible. So 1,500 is what I can rent it out. Yeah, it's just a lot of times they're incorrect. So that's why I always like to ask folks, because I mean, you've been there, you've lived there for a while, you know the market. So I always like to just ask, and that way I can, get two different information. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so you need 10 cents. So I have a couple of options for you, and I'd like you to hear me out on both of them. And then if it makes sense for you, then we'll do something. If not, no harm, no foul, no pressure on my end. We'll part ways as good friends. Does that sound fair? Okay. So the two options that I have here are really just based on what you would like to accomplish. And then also, obviously for me to have a little bit of meat on the bone so I can keep the lights on. Okay. Uh, like I said, not trying to hit a home run, just want to be able to not be negative. Okay. So the first offer would be a cash offer. Now, obviously, on a cash offer, I can provide you with speed and convenience, but the trade-off there would be on price. So it's just as simple as that, right? Because it's a lot of money out of my pocket right away. So that means I just need to be able to see enough return for me to hit first base. Um, and then the other one would be more of a creative deal. So on a straight up cash deal, the way I'm looking at this is looking at what's selling and what's sold in the area. I can probably resell this like at 190. Okay. Now, based on that, whenever I do a flip, I always want to make sure that the newlywed couple that moves in, they have a new house, new feel look to it. Right. So I'm not trying to build Taj Mahal, but it can't be old either. So replacing the roof, I'm gonna have to, even though it's functional, I'm gonna replace that, and so that's already gonna cost 10,000 bucks. And then the cosmetics and everything else, just based on square footage, that's like 15 to $20 a square foot, and you're about 1,100 square foot. So that's going to cost me another about $20,000. So in order for me to resell this at 200, I'm looking at about $30,000 of rehab that I have to sink in first before I can resell it for 200. Does that sound fair, or do I sound like I'm a crazy guy out of this world here? Yeah, so on a straight cash deal, there's option one, right? So you're gonna have to hear me out on option two, but on option one, because I gotta back in that 30,000 into 200 plus all of my business expense. And as far as my business goes, just to keep the lights on, I look for dollar in, dollar out. So if I put $30,000 in repairs, I just need to get as close as possible to that number. Okay. So in order for me to achieve that, I would have to have this like in the low 100s, 110 at the absolute top end. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That's option one. Okay. So the thing is, like I said, on a straight cash deal, and by the way, just to let you know, the only reason why I need it at 110 at the absolute maximum is because if I buy it at 110 cash deal, my all-in number is 174 after I put in all the expenses and the rehab on it. So I would be all in at 174 just to sell it for 190. I, I would say that. Yeah, yeah. Then I think that would be your best bet. The only other thing that I can potentially do here is on the other option that I would do would be, because I like the 743 a month. What I can do is that I can just go ahead and take over your debt, and I'll make the $743 a month payment on your behalf, so you don't have to worry about it, right? And then I can just put some money in your pocket, so that way you can go ahead and get your new house, take your grandkid to Disney World, and put some money into the house. Okay, so what that means is that the mortgage will stay under your name. I will now start making the $743 a month monthly payment, because that's your mortgage plus taxes and that's your insurance, right? Now what I'm gonna do is, so that you have the money to do what you need to do for the new house, then I will actually pay you out cash on that side. So that way you have enough money for the down payment, you have enough money to put in your plantation shutters, you have enough money to take your grandkid out to Disney World. I can probably give you anywhere from 22, maybe $30,000. All right. Yeah, all right. No problem. Well, guys, that was quite a call. She wasn't that motivated. I don't know how long I spent there. So, Kaisal, thanks, man. I'm glad that you're loving my content. I was curious, what do you think separates great closers from not so great ones with the closers formula? It really comes down to one thing: being able to listen to the seller and solve their problem. If you can solve their problem, then that's where the deal happens. Let me get this to you guys. Can you guys hear me okay, by the way? Hopefully you guys can hear me better now. Um, Let me make a note on here. Uh, how many do I got? What? Well, we'll talk to her later. Let me see. How many leads have we gotten so far? Take a look at this. All right, we've got a good amount of leads now. So let's see here. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and pause it. All right. So let's get right to this. Jason, you're out and about, right? How many contracts? I am sending out one contract so far. And that's the one where I have to get creative. All right, since none of you guys responded to my text, let's draft up this agreement. Let's go, baby. All right, who is that guy? Folks, I'm going to be wrapping up this agreement, so feel free to ask me any questions and key takeaways you guys got so far. Um, I need to send this out because I wanted to sign this. This might be pretty good, dude. All right, folks, what do you guys have here? Rita. Uh, oh, first of all, let's see. Let's look at Kaizel. Your brother, that's where he struggles getting the true motivation problem. Hoping that close these two deals I have under contract to join to you. Let's freaking go, man. Kaizel, make sure to watch my Monday call review Mondays, especially this coming Monday. All right. Just make sure you watch that one. Um, because this kid, JT, yeah, I reviewed his call and when you listen to it, I want you to listen to it from I want you to listen to it, close your eyes, and just see like the structure, the flow versus your calls, right? See where he's gearing the conversation towards versus where your conversation is going. So in that way you can see the difference. And then let me know about it. All right. Trust me, it's gonna be a good one, man. Rita, of course, man. It's just like any other day. I work on days that ends in DAY. Just remember that. Now it's cycle six. Bro. Oh, Dorita, why'd you do that? Why did you go with cycle sales? Brother, cycle sales, I've been using them for 3 years. I talk to the owner like once every other week. Um, Dude, he's absolutely amazing. So hopefully that one works out for you. But if it doesn't, let me know. I'll send you my link. By the way, it's all on my video, so you can look it over. Uh, as far as dispo house, there's multiple dispo houses in TU. There's Brittany, Danielle, and Artie. I call them my pit bulls because they are absolute pit bulls. They just call buyers all day long. They help protect my margins. I never have to worry about them. When they come to me with an offer, it's because that is literally the buyer's third offer, right? They don't come to me with the first number. I think it might have been Brittany ones that did that when she very, very first started. And I said, then why was was it Brittany? Maybe. And I was like, then you haven't done your job yet. Obviously, their job is to go low. You need to go back and work that up. And since then, the thing about Brittany that I absolutely love is that just like JT, information application close as possible to zero. She applied it, and from then on, I never have to worry about protecting my margins with Brittany because I know she will protect it. I just dropped her JV form on there, guys. Click on it, save it. I don't have any affiliated link with her or anything like that at all. So you can just submit your deals with her once it's under contract. What they will do is they will underwrite it and they will get back to you usually within 24 to 48 hours. Uh, what's today? Today's the 14th. Rita just said Valentine's Day. Shit. Guys, I know this is the boring part of my session, but it's absolutely necessary. I want to get this thing signed today. What did I say was purchase price? What's today, guys? Today's the 14th, so I'm just going to put 15, 2026. March 12, 2026. Sooner. Title TBD. Do they still live there? And it's reasonable. Inspection, renegotiation, encumbrances, prorations, defects, signable contract, other agreements. All right. Let's do the other agreements now. I would show you guys what I'm doing, but the address is on here and I don't know how to block it out yet. This agreement is expressed to and the appraisal value is unsatisfactory buyer and the mutual agreement on the resale price and terms. All right. Arkansas. Oh, this is in Arkansas, right? Yes, it is. And thing. Um, hmm. Guys, apologies. This is taking a while because I have to add it on there. November. Sure. Okay, that's good enough. Oh, now I got to create a contact for his wife. What time is it in Arkansas, guys? 12:50. Okay, so two, 2 hours. Man, hopefully he's still there. I'm pissed if I did all of this and he's gone. Mm. 60/40 dispo houses. What do you mean, Rita? That's pretty freaking good. You're getting 60 or they're getting 60. Maybe I should have asked that first before I just assumed you were getting 60. Okay. Guys, y'all hate me by now. I'm so still doing this. Don't hate me. All right, let's send them an email. Uh, Guys, I swear I'm doing the best, fastest that I can here. This is the part of the job that I absolutely do not like. Because it takes a long time. Oh my gosh, my back is killing me, guys. All right. Gosh, where are you? Melinda? Wesley? And Susan. All right, folks. Oh, contacts. Hi, Wesley. Hi, Melinda. Just ready, folks. Post the agreement. Wesley, this is the link for you to sign. Once you reviewed, all right, folks, let me call Wesley now and see if I can get him on the phone. Man, that took a while. That took a while. Holy moly. Wesley, can you hear
Hello?
me?
Yes, sir.
How are you? I just emailed both you and Melinda. Hopefully you got the email, and
Okay.
I also sent you to. I just sent a group text. So are you able to see that? I sent two different links, one for you and one for her.
Let me get to the. I'm getting to the email right now. Just now. There's simply one agreement. We both signed the one agreement.
Yes, but each one of you have your own separate link. It's exactly the same agreement. It's just
Okay. Yes. Yep. I see. I opened it up now.
okay. So let me know once you click on that link, on your link, so I can quickly go over it with you from top to bottom.
Review and sign. Yeah. Let's see what it is a little bit.
All right. So you see a contract purchase and sale of real estate. Today's date. As far as your guys' names, I just want to make sure I spelled it correctly.
Uh huh.
All right. Uh, that's my LLC. Find is cash. Subject property. Is that the correct address? Just want to make sure.
Okay. The legal description. I'll just have to look at the legal. I don't know it off the top of my head.
Yeah, that legal description, I actually just got that from the county assessor's office. And
Oh. Okay.
if that's incorrect, title company will fix that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Right now, I put $382,000 purchase price. This will be a cash
Uh huh.
deal where the buyer, me, will pay all the closing costs.
Uh huh.
An acceptance date. Today's the 14th. So I just put till tomorrow. If it's not signed by tomorrow, then it'll just be void. Um, as far as closing, as you can see, it says it will take place on or before the date of. If you go to the second page, March 12, 2026. At the following title company, I put a TBD there because we want to make sure that we can close on the right time. So I'll have my transaction coordinator reach out to several title companies in your area.
Okay.
Regarding pictures and access, I understand you folks still live there, so I just put a checkbox on the third option, which is giving you folks reasonable time. So I'll schedule those walkthroughs with you at your convenience. Inspections. So obviously we will inspect the house just to make sure everything that you mentioned checks out, and we'll also do a
Yep. Yep.
title search. Just make sure title is clear.
Yep.
Renegotiation based on condition. This really just protects me just in case we walk in there and half the roof is gone, kitchen's flooded, or there's a fire. You know what I mean? We just want to make sure
Yes.
that
Yep.
we're not here to nickel and dime folks. We're simply just here to make sure that it's not going to cost us 10, 20, $30,000 more than what
No.
was expected. If there's any encumbrances, then obviously we will have to deal with that before closing time. Risk of loss, obviously we're looking to buy this property as is, so we want it to be as at its current condition when, during closing, right? If it's not a burned down house, we don't want a burned down house at closing. Um,
Correct.
Prorations, you'll be responsible for any prorated taxes or utilities. Everything after that, we'll be responsible for. Okay.
Yep.
Uh, we'll go to the next page. Defects. If there's any type of zoning violations, hazardous substances, then obviously we're gonna have to take care of that before title closes.
Yep. No problems.
Assignable contract. This just allows me to assign it to to an LLC of mine, or I don't know if I mentioned to you earlier, but whenever I buy properties outside of my market, I always partner with local investors. The only reason being is if we do keep this and we want to run that Airbnb while you're still living in your main house, I want to make sure that I have an eyes on my projects at all times.
I'm sorry. I didn't understand what you were telling me there. I can't quite. There's a lot of background noise this time. For some reason.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. What part are you in?
Um, you said possessions. I think it was possessions you were talking about. No judgments. I got that. Possessions. No, where was it at? It had to do with the sold assignable contract. That's where you were talking about the assignable contract.
Yeah. The signable contract is just that it allows me to assign it over to like one of my LLCs if need be. Or also, I do partner with local investors in the area whenever I buy properties outside of my market. And
Oh,
and it doesn't happen too often, but there are times when a local investor would be like, well, Caesar, you're all the way out there. I'm here. I can move a lot quicker. Like, I just want to take this on my own. And so instead of
yeah,
me
yeah.
slowing down the sale or stopping it, I simply step aside and assign it over to them. So in that way, it still hits the finish line, the timeline that we discussed.
Yes. Okay.
Right. We want to make sure that there's no judgments. Obviously, if there are any, then we're going to have
Yep.
to figure that out. Possessions. Now, this one, it's we want it to be vacant, but we know that you're going to be there. So here's the other agreements. So this is the contingency that I put in place to protect you as the seller and protect me as the buyer. It is a little bit mouthful, so I'll let you read it and then let me know if you have any questions.
Possession of property and occupants is included with all keys and garage doors open and delivered to the buyer. Leases and security deposits transfer to the buyer. Appraisal resale is especially contingent on buyers. Receipt of an independent third-party appraisal. Appraisal party agrees to negotiate good faith resale purchase and terms based upon the appraisal value. Yeah, that all makes sense. The resale price and terms shall not be binding unless and until they're reduced to a separate written agreement executed in both ways. Let's see that again. These optional, the resale price and terms shall not be binding unless and until reduced to a separate written agreement excluding.
So once we know what the appraisal value, and then you and I, once we discuss what our terms are, right? So we'll just do like an amendment saying, hey, this is what we're gonna do once this thing is once
Yes,
we have all the
and the
numbers.
last, yep, it makes sense. And with the last paragraph, I have no problems
Yep,
because it's an agreed upon. We need to agree. Both of us need to agree, so there's not an issue.
exactly. So if that
Yep.
protects you,
Uh-huh.
that protects me, right? 'Cause just in case the
Yes.
appraisal value is lower, I'm out. If the appraisal value is good, and then we try to stick it to you, then you can walk away too.
Yes.
Cool.
Yep.
Obviously, we're abiding with the law of the state of Arkansas. Time is of the essence. So just in case I get abducted by the aliens, or knock on wood, I get into a car accident, at least we have 5 business days from the closing date to make sure that this gets taken care of.
Yep. No. Yep. That all makes sense. Now there's a title company I've dealt with about 4 times since I've been down there. Real
Okay.
easy to deal with. They're real easy to deal with. They're right here in Murfreesboro. They're real close to where we're at. They know the property. They know this whole area. So and they're really quick. When I've given them stuff, we've been able to turn around right away.
Perfect. So then on that note, if you don't mind, shoot me a text with their information, and if there's an escrow manager that you like to use, more than happy to
Okay.
take a look at them. I'll have my transaction coordinator reach out to them. That being said, because we are paying the closing costs, obviously I'm going to
Yes.
have to look into one, their closing costs, two, if they're going to be able to do the creative part of it once we know everything else. So
Yes.
I don't mind using them as long as they can do what we need to do. We should be good. If
Yep.
not, we might have to go somewhere else,
Yeah.
especially when it
Yeah.
comes to
I
the
have no
closing.
I have no issues. I just meant they're close. They're convenient. Everybody else is like further away. They're just different towns. So it's
Okay.
not an issue. Whatever we need to do. I just mean they're really good people. They seem to do a good job for me so far.
Absolutely. And by the way, if we do end up using someone else that's far away from you, we can always send a mobile notary to do all the paperwork. So we'll get a mobile notary
Okay.
go to your house if it's convenient for you and Melinda.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Not an issue. Well, I think we'll go ahead and sign this and send this back to you. It sounds all right to us at this moment.
Wonderful. So all I need is for you to go ahead and sign that right there. So if you click on the hyperlink that says for you, so just sign right there and then click on the date and hit finish. And then when you're done with that, have Melinda click on her link, sign and date, and then hit finish.
All right. I'll go get her. Just be a few minutes on hers. This one I did mine.
No
Just I'm doing this
worries.
one here.
So
We'll go
Wesley,
through it with her.
since I have you on the line, let me just explain to you the next steps, just so that we
Yes.
can manage each other's expectations. So
Uh-huh.
a couple of things. One thing is I'll sign, which sounds like Melinda's going to be signing it in a few minutes. I will need some pictures from you, so at least I can get a general idea. 'Cause so far, I've just taken your
Yes.
word for it.
Yes. Yes.
So as far as pictures go, I'm looking to get like preferably 2 angles per room zoomed out, plus all sides of the exterior, and then obviously just the yard, and then the bungalow.
Yes.
Okay. Once I have those pictures, then I'll have my transaction coordinator work on this probably towards the middle of the week because we do have some closing that we got to take care of on the first half. But also what I'm going to do is by Monday and Tuesday, we're going to go ahead and call all of our local partners in the area, and then we'll get the ball rolling as far as getting the appraisal value. I'm probably going to send some realtors out there just to get a second, third, fourth opinion on what we can get this thing appraised for as well.
Okay.
All right, and then throughout the week, I'll probably reach out to you maybe once or twice just to keep you posted. So if you don't hear back from me until towards the end of next week, please do not be alarmed.
Okay. I will the inside pictures I can get those done today, but it's going to be raining for 2 days. They're telling us.
Oh, I know.
So
Yeah.
it might be Monday or Tuesday or something before I get you outside pictures.
Yep, that's no problem. If you can get me the interior pictures at least, that would be great because that at least I can
Okay.
send that out to my guys on Monday, and then I can always add the exterior pictures once you send them to me.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we'll just take care of that. Email them. You want them emailed to you?
Yes, you can email them to me,
I'm
or
assuming.
you can text them to me. Whatever's easiest for you.
Okay. We'll try to get them in a folder. See if I can. I'm not that smart on all that stuff, but we'll figure it out.
Whatever's easiest for you, we'll go from there.
All right. Hey, tell me your first name again. I apologize.
No worries. It's Caesar.
That is your first name.
Yes, yes, sir. Caesar, just like the
Oh,
salad or the emperor.
okay. I thought maybe I misunderstood something, so I apologize for that.
Okay. What did you think it was? I hope you don't say Oscar.
No, 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 no. I thought that was the name of your company. Well, it probably is the name of your company too. It says on there, don't it? But
No, the name of the LLC that I have on there, actually, I named it after my younger brother. I lost him a few years ago. His name's Xavier. That's why it's XVR on there.
oh, I see XVR. Oh, okay. Sorry
Yep.
to hear that. Yeah. Um. Okay. Well, yeah, but I heard your name earlier. I just thought I misunderstood something. That's why I said I better get that correct.
Well,
So,
thank you,
all
sir.
right. Well, I
Appreciate that.
appreciate you calling back. Appreciate you calling back so quick. I'll get the interior pictures today, and then as soon as it gets a little bit of sunshine and just not water, I'll get you some outside pictures as soon as it quits raining.
I gotcha. Thank you, Wesley. It was
All
a
right.
pleasure, and off to the races we go on Monday, and I'll keep you posted as we go along
All right.
this little
That
journey of
sounds,
ours. All right.
yeah, sounds good. Sounds good to me, sir. You have a good
Thank
day.
you. You too. Bye bye.
Uh-huh.
All right, folks. At least that's one contract signed for the day. Let's see here. Oh, I already answered that question. Mitch, what did you say for Vermont? Look in the TU map, brother, and see who's the closest on there. Any TU dispo house would be good. At this point, they're all pretty equal. Bill, sweet. Uh, oh, yeah, here he's on the bench. Let's, well, folks, I'm going to be traveling today, so I'm going to call it early. At least you guys got a couple good seller calls there. I was able to send out that contract, get it signed. So hopefully you guys learned quite a bit there as far as the process, what we need to do, being assertive about it, and really just doing what we need to do to get it done. We've got a great opportunity to help out these folks. So off we go on Monday. Other than that, guys, watch the video tomorrow that I'm actually posting. That one's gonna be a good one. And next Sunday, it's actually gonna be really good. It's more on the mindset of being a solopreneur more than real estate. So make sure you tune in on that one. And Faisal, I don't know if you're still on, but yes, Monday for sure. Tune in for the call review Mondays. I did a pre-recorded call review because I will be out of town. But that one is a really, really good call that I reviewed on. And I know you guys are going to realize the difference between your conversation versus JT's conversation. And I really want you to pay attention to the flow and where the conversation goes compared to what you guys are doing. And I would love to hear you guys, your comments in the comments below. Any key takeaways, any questions? Let's get going. All right, folks, till next time, speed and volume, speed and volume.